One, two, three. I don't know whether the connection is good, but we'll try. I have 35% of my battery left, so let me just make it convenient for me. So don't see anything. Wait a second. Okay, brightness maximum. Okay, so hey guys, it's Victor here. I'm in Seoul, South Korea right now. So today I decided to talk about the texting game, like what to text, what to tell to a person that you're interested in. And so I hope that you hear me well. And so what can you tell to a person that you're interested in? Like for example, you add some contacts and you approached people. And in my latest live streams, I was like, if you want to find a romantic partner, you need to approach people. If you don't have a crazy social circle, if you don't have a like kind of crazy luck, sort of speaking, you should physically put yourself in front of people that you like, that you can potentially like, that you're interested in. For example, interested in their appearance, and you literally put yourself in front of them. You approach them. In other words, if you want to find a girlfriend, just approach girls. So uh, you just put yourself in front of them physically. So what happens? Like what happens after adding their contact? Because I have a few clients right now on my coaching program, on my social coaching program, and so people ask those few clients just ask the same question, like what do I do after I add contacts? What I do, for example, after I add WeChat or Kakao Talk or take a phone number from a person, from a girl, for example. And so, what do I text them? What do I tell them? Like, what's the trick? Like, what's the line? Like, what's the trick? What's the phrase that will make them interested in me automatically? So in this live stream, I'd like to talk about this interesting topic, like what to text to her, what to tell her. And probably not many of you will join this live stream right now when I'm streaming, but I see that quite a few people just DM me after those live streams are finished and ask me even more questions regarding the topics of those live streams. So um, I hope that you'll rewatch it, and I hope that you will rewatch it as quickly as possible because I tend to unleash some of my live streams after a while. So first of all, like what do you do? Like you add a person's contact, and so what do you say to this person? What do you text? And again, like just yesterday, one of the clients just asked me this question in China. He's living in China right now. He's a foreigner, so he asked me like, "Hey Victor, so for example, I had contacts, and so what do I text them? What do I tell them? I think I have a texting problem. I have a problem with like texting, and so is there anything like is there any structure, any line and stuff like this? So here, what I would like to tell you is that there is no structure per se. There is no specific line that you can use, but there are a few principles that you should keep in mind. Well, first of all, the question that I get asked a lot on my social mastery program that I'm running right now for a few clients from a few countries, and the question that I'm asked a lot is that first of all, like how long do I wait before texting back? How long do I wait before texting back to a person, to a girl, for example? How long? Should I wait for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes? Should I make them think that I'm busy? Should I make them think that I'm really like such a high value guy? Like what should I do with it? And so the answer to this question is a two-level answer. The first level is technique, and the second level is mindset. So let me start with the technique. Let me start with the like a quick fix type of thing. So first of all, I call this technique mixing. So what does mixing mean? It means that sometimes you respond after 1 millisecond, sometimes you respond after 1 minute, sometimes you respond after 2 hours, sometimes you respond after 3 hours. So this is mixing. So you're just unpredictable. Sometimes you take your phone and you respond like after a second, or sometimes it takes you 40 minutes to respond, 20 minutes, 1 hour. So it's completely random approach, but in most cases it averages out, for example, to 20 to 40 minutes. But with this mixing type of thing, this is the quick fix, like quick fix, quote unquote, that I'd like to give you here in this live stream about like texting back to people, right? And here it's just a technique, but the deepest level, the level of principles that I would like to talk about, which this technique is actually based on, is that why do you use mixing? Why do you just like sometimes you text back after like 40 minutes and 1 hour, sometimes you text back after 2 hours, sometimes you text back after literally millisecond. Why do you do so? And so I do so, like me personally, and my clients who got success in their personal lives, they do so because, well, first of all, because they're really actually really busy. Because they're actually busy. I do so because I'm actually busy. I'm actually busy. For example, I'm running some coaching session on. I'm having fun with my friends. I'm drinking beer with my friends. I'm talking to somebody. So of course I can't text right after I get the message, and I just don't tend to respond to notification on my phone like that urgently, and so this is kind of one of the reasons why I tend to kind of postpone the answer, even though like I have time. I just don't. I just tend to do it like slowly, and not as a technique, just because I like it, just because I don't like texting all the time, you know. And so other people that are on my programs, they do the same thing. So first of all, they just literally have this question in mind, like, oh, should they wait? Or Victor, should I wait for an hour? Should I wait for 2 minutes? Or what should I do? And I'm like, just live your life and do whatever you want to do, and just realize that you're busy and you don't have to text people back as soon as you get the message. And so this is where the technique of mixing is coming from. Of course, when you just start, you'll be texting back like after, I don't know. It's like you'll be using this technique just consciously on purpose. But after a while, you just realize it's not a big deal. I can text back like after 1 hour, 5 minutes. I'm literally really busy. If you're not busy, become busy. If you're not busy, become busy. And what I mean is that, like, work on yourself, do workouts, like work on your language skills, social skills, go out, socialize. If you're not busy, this is the problem. This is the problem. You should be busy. Like, you should be doing this mixing technique, like by a default, without even thinking about it. And so this is the first thing that I'd like to talk about. And the second thing that I'd like to talk about, there is another layer, let's call it like the third layer to this problem. And the third layer to this problem is called how do I call it, like, in a really precise way? Well, it's just the phenomenon when you're waiting for the response from a person. Let's say it's a girl again, just trying to be PC here. Anyways, you're waiting for the response from a person for like a really long time. You're waiting for a response from a person for a really long time, and sometimes the person responds to you really quickly, and you're happy about it. And sometimes this attractive person responds to you a bit later, and you freak out about it. And so you just pull out your phone, just like check your messages all the time, whether this particular person responded to you. And this is the trap that all of the guys fall into, me myself included, my clients, just everybody, just like waiting for the response from the person they're attracted to. And so what's the problem there? The problem there is just called one word: neediness. Neediness. It's like, although it's just a text, but like, no matter how good you try to look, like no matter how cool you try to be, like, the person will automatically feel that you're needy for their attention, that you're waiting for their text, that you're asking some like weird questions. Oh, why are you texting me back after like 2 hours or 3 hours? I was making so many mistakes like this in all four languages. As like in Russian, English, Chinese, and Korean. I've been actually in Japanese as well, so I did those types of mistakes so many times. And literally, the thing that I would like to recommend here is just like try to analyze the reasons why you're so needy for the person, and try to, like, in most of the situations, it's just the lack of abundance. It's just the scarcity. It's just the scarcity effect, which means that you just don't have so much going on in your life, and you have just this one person you're waiting for. You just have this one person you want to meet, like, so eagerly to meet, and like you're waiting for, and like you want to communicate with, and you're waiting for responses from. And so this is really important. The real important thing to realize here is just don't wait. Get your funnel full, which means that approach other people, text with other people, so that you don't even notice whether the person responds to you or not. And so in order to notice it, you just need to literally check your messages, just literally remind yourself about it. Don't overthink, don't overanalyze, don't just focus on one person, and don't wait for messages. Get rid of neediness by creating a full funnel effect, which means that there are already so many people you're texting back and forth with, so that you're not even worried about this specific person. So this is the kind of the first aspect of like texting that I'd like to talk about here. And the second aspect of texting I'd like to talk about. So Another question that like one of my clients asked me like recently, he told me like, "Hey Victor, so I think that I think that so he was like, I think that my problem is that like I okay, so I take a contact from a girl, and I think that because of my texting, the person doesn't go out with me on dates and stuff like this." And so I was like, okay, so I doubt it is because of your texting, but let's see. And so the thing that I realized over so many years of like dating in four languages and coaching a few clients here is that it doesn't necessarily depend on your texting game, quote unquote. It highly depends. What it highly depends on is the interaction that you had before texting with the person. Texting is just like kind of a breach of like the first interaction and meeting up. So it's like a breach. It shouldn't serve as an attraction tool. It shouldn't serve as. It's not that like, oh, you have this shitty situation or just like really like average type of situation, you didn't have any attraction and interest from this person in the first place, and then like voila, you took her like contact like WeChat or KakaoTalk or phone number or anything or WhatsApp, and like all of a sudden like you need to create this really like cool attraction type of thing via text. It doesn't work like this, guys. It doesn't work like this. Of course, there are like texting masters or some shit. I don't know whether they exist or not, but like, if you don't have a really good impression in the first place, text will not help you. And another thing is also true is that if you have a really good, if you had a pretty good interaction in the first place, texting will just proceed the same level and will just bring you to the meeting after it. Okay, so texting, like the purpose of texting is not the texting itself, is not the creating of attraction, it's just a bridge from the first interaction to the second interaction. This is the really important thing to remember. So if you understand this really like this really important principle, one thing that I'd like to tell you here, guys, is that just don't overthink texting and ask questions that you're naturally interested in. Like again, one of my clients asked me like, what question should I ask? What should I text? And I'm like, what do you want to text? Like, what do you want to ask this person? I want to ask you, what do you want to know about this person? And this is a really good question. So like for example, me personally, let me give you my personal example. What I'm interested in, if I'm adding some girl's contact, like the thing that I'm saying, like the thing that I'm asking all the time, it's such a boring and like it's like a nerdy type of question, but I ask this thing all the time. So what is the question? The question is, what hobbies do you have? What do you like to do in your free time? Because those types of questions are really important, extremely important. And in case you want to enroll in my social mastery coaching program, which is all about how to meet girls everywhere, like in Asia, and how to socialize, make friends, improve your language skills and stuff like this. I've been running language programs in 5 countries right now. I've been coaching people from 5 countries. I created an online program for like 3 languages so far, and it's been a crazy experience. And I learned so much. I'm just keep improving my programs, and just recently, just a couple of weeks ago, I launched our first social mastery program for you guys, and the discount for this program runs out till the April 1st. So right now it's a 50% discount. If you want to enroll, click the link down below. We'll post a link below this video, or DM me on Instagram. Type in Victor Talking. Victor Talking. Right now it's extremely cheap. It's extremely cheap, extremely cheap. It's like the cheapest program that I have right now. Jamie personally asked me about the price, and right now it's a 50% discount. It's a real discount. The discount will end on April 1st for everybody. For everybody, no matter like whether you know me in person or not, whether you have my contact or not. If you DM me after April 1st, you will not have a discount. Okay, again, it's not a false scarcity or some shit. I will raise the price because there are already a few people registered, and I am personally working with like 5 to 6 people right now every single day. I don't have time for like I work only one on one. Of course, I have just so many hours in the day, and I don't want to spend like my whole evenings just like talking to people and teaching people and coaching people. So I value my time, and I value the results my students get, and so this is why I just can accept so many people and just can like kind of hold this discount for you guys just till the end of this month. And so if you want to enroll, click the link down below if it's there. or DM me on Instagram. And to find me on Instagram, just put in Victor Talking. Victor Talking without a space. You'll find me really easily. I already coach people from literally from 5 countries right now, guys. It's just crazy. Like it's like I don't have that many subscribers right now, but like I think if I get big, I will not be able to coach personally. I already hired teachers for Korean and Chinese coaching programs, and I'll probably be hiring teachers and coaches for social mastery program as well. So, although my YouTube channel is pretty small, but like my TikTok is growing like a few hundred subscribers a day, pretty much. And I mean, it's a really good advantage for you guys, because if you're watching me while I'm small, my prices are low and I'm working with you one on one. I'm devoting my whole time with you to you. But it doesn't mean that I will be small all the time. You know, it doesn't mean that my channel will be small and like there will be just a few people. It doesn't mean that. If you watch me while I'm small, I can devote my full attention to you. I can help you to improve your life by mastering languages or improving your social skills. However, it will not be forever. Like the prices will go up. There will be so many. I already have like already have people every single month contacted me and registering for my program. I even reject people sometimes. I even reject them because they can't keep appointments. If I see that the person doesn't keep an appointment, I just don't accept him or her to any of my programs. It's really important. If you register for the program, if you register for the first free call, keep a fucking appointment. If you don't do that, I'll not accept you to any of my program. Even if you contact me like once again. Of course, if you have some special reason, it's okay. So again, back to the topic here. Back to the topic. So it's all based on principle. So the first, like going back a little bit to the first thing I was talking about, it's not like how much time you wait before texting back. It's not about like, oh, what should I say? It's about what do you want to say? What's convenient for you? When it's convenient for you to text the person back. And if you feel extremely needed to respond really quickly, if you feel extremely needy in front of the person, ask yourself, how can you improve your funnel? How can you, what I mean by funnel is like, how can you meet more people and get more people into interacting with you so that you are not needy because of this person. So this is kind of the best thing that I'd like to give you here in this live stream. And I really hope that this live stream will be helpful for you. It's really practical stuff. Again, like wrapping this whole thing up. The first thing, mixing, the technique of mixing. Sometimes it's like it's unpredictable. Sometimes you respond after 1 second. Sometimes you respond after a couple hours. The second thing, don't even think about it as a technique. Think of it as a natural way of your life. Just don't even overthink. When should I text the person back? Don't overthink it. Just live your life and do it in a convenient way. The third thing that this live stream was all about is just like, don't wait for the person to text you back. Make your life so interesting so that you don't even notice, and make so many interesting people in your life so that you don't even notice whether this particular person texts you back after how long. Like, how long do you wait for the person? Don't wait for anybody to text you back, okay? And so the final thing that I'd like to give you here is that it's actually like the final thing that I already told you is like, texting is not the thing to create attraction, to create interest, and like to fix the interaction. Texting is just a bridge, just a logistical and logical bridge from the first interaction to the second interaction to the third interaction, and so on and so forth. It's just for making appointments, okay? It's just for making appointments. And so this is the kind of the thing of today's live stream. I hope that it was helpful for you guys. Again, apply for my social mastery program. Right now the price is extremely low. Check out the website, check out the description. If you want to, in case you're interested in learning Korean or Chinese, you can also apply if there are spots left till the time you're watching this live stream. We already have a few people for Chinese coaching and for Korean coaching, and now I'm also opening an online language school in Russia, so that it's like I have so many things to do right now, but still I decided to launch this social mastery coaching, not because of money, but because it's just like the thing that I really love to do. I really love helping people to improve their social and personal lives. And it's like, and probably for some of you, Victor, but you're posting so much about like learning languages. Why do you, like, all of a sudden, why do you like launch this quote unquote pickup course? Uh, so the reason is that it's actually all related, guys. It's actually all related. Languages, Korean, Chinese, and social skills are like it's just one thing for me. I don't even divide them into separate things. Of course, Korean and Chinese, those are skills that you can use. Like those are language skills, but when it comes to like social skills, it's like this is how you get those language skills. Like this is how. Like for example, you go to like for example, you come to Korea, you have no friends, and you want to practice Korean. What do? Like if you have no Korean friends, you literally approach people and you literally do it. This is how I did it. Okay, social skills and language skills are correlated. They are correlated. They're together. They are all social skills. I hope that this live stream was helpful for you. Check out my social mastery program. Link is down below, or DM me on Instagram. Type in Victory Talking and DM me. I respond to absolutely all of the DMs. Me personally, not my assistant. I have a, I have a friend. I have a couple of friends I'm working with. I have teachers from on my program, but I respond personally all the time. Okay, so DM me personally, and as always, until next time.